play. This will hopefully be a good play.
At the Slater Family Ice Arena, we welcome you all to a conference matchup between the St. Francis Knights and the Bowling Green Bobcats. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, and here we go. St. Francis coming into this one looking for a little bit of a turnaround here. They're fourth in the state, so kind of on top of their game right now, 12-2 so far this season. Bowling Green started out 5-0, have currently dropped to 6-1 as we come here into the Slater Family Ice Arena. Most of their games have been home, though, this season with a record of 5-4-1. So there you have it. We're going to get to the anthem, and we will be right back for BG Bobcat Hockey here on YouTube.
In goal, number 1, Queen Jordanski. On defense, number 5, Cameron Brody. Number 19, Brock Mitchell. At forward, number 7, Braden Piper. Number 13, Brody Burton. Number 14, Robert Sheffield. The next head coach is Chris Bond, assistant on the Flyers, Smith and Smalley. And at the Bobcat home game, one Bowling Green hockey player from Bowling Green City Schools is selected and recognized as our future Bobcat of the game. Today's future Bobcat is a goalie who currently plays for the House Knights and the Fight All-Star team. She attends second grade at Conneaut Elementary. Her favorite team is the Detroit Red Wings, and when she's free, she loves to accent and scandals. Please welcome future professional goalie hopeful Hayden Squire. And now to the Bobcats, starting in the goal, number 29, Kellen Archer. On defense, number 4, Cash Wisniewski. His partner on the blue line, number 23, Carter Chatfield. At forward, number 5, Colby Joseph. Number 17, Gavin Frank. And number 19, Hayden Joseph. The Bobcats head coach is Connor Ridenour, and he's assisted by Steve Smith, Joe Moore, and Tanner Bosman.
And thank you very much for joining us today, folks, as we are at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Welcome for some NHC hockey here in front of a packed crowd at the Madhouse on Mercer. I'm Dan Ridenour. We got Thomas on camera, and here we go. St. Francis looking to continue their dominance. The last time they played the Bobcats was a game in February of 2025 earlier this year. That was a 10-0 win for the Knights. And then you look on the Bowling Green side of things as well. The last time that they defeated the St. Francis Knights was February of 2024. So really looking at this, while St. Francis is the heavy favorites so far today, you can only imagine what this game means for the Bobcat community. I mean, St. Francis is one of the juggernauts in the Northwest Ohio area. As you all know, they're fourth in the state currently, and they're battling in places with teams like University School, Gilmore Academy, and really marking their name. As we get set for this now, 0-0 though, the score. You got to ignore the past and just play in the present. Bowling Green in their home all-white uniforms. We're going to have St. Francis in their all-black alternates as we get set for the opening draw. Hayden Joseph will be taking it for Bowling Green, and then looking for St. Francis, they're going to have the sophomore Robert Shepler. As we get ready for this now, 17 minutes are on the clock in this first period, getting this one underway. And then looking at the wingers at right wing, we're going to have Brody Bergman going against Colby Joseph. Joseph, the Bobcat, as that goes onto his side, and is going to take it right back and out. The defenseman, though, Cash Wisniewski, going to be the first one to take a play on that, as this will go right around the neutral zone, then just fall right back in. That's going to be chased right back. We're looking for this one more. Going to have Mitchie to play it. Goes right back to him again in the corner. Mitchie gets the pass right out, as that'll go to Bergman. Moving this one right along now. It's going into the corner. Going to be Pryko with the shot as that one goes wide and out. Bowling Green going to get their own breakout off of that one, as there'll be no icing there. Back into the night possession. This one going right back out. Intercepted, though, by Chatfield. Shot going to go a little bit out, as that's going to be chased in by Loomis. Loomis fighting that one in with Mitchie a little bit more, as that'll be a shot on net by Loomis, and then goes right into the corner. This is going to be taken back again. Colby Joseph going to be there, 5-on-5 action, as Broglie will be the one to clear it. Now the breakout beginning just a little bit more. That's going to fall right back a little bit and then go out to Loomis. As that goes more, Loomis battling now heavy with it. Brogy, though, and we're going to see this man we've talked about a lot. Nolan Winger going into the zone, heavy on the forecheck. They're going to have some help in London Bernath to get there for him, as the puck will be dumped in, and there's an offside coming up. Bowling Green not aware of it, still battling into it, but St. Francis will just break it out for them. No icing. That's going to be waved off as that goes in the corner. Joseph Kerr battling with it for Winger, and then Wisniewski going to get the play out to Loomis. Going right back out in the center, though. That's going to be Paris to dump it in, and now we continue onward a little more. Wisniewski gets that pass over to Ustazen. Over, though, for St. Francis. That's Paris to get it, and then Paris to get the pass right over to Broglie. Broglie to Paris, though, as we'll go down low for that one, and then moving into the corner. This one's taken right back and away again. Into the corner, going to be battling for it as that goes to Bruzalski, and then in front, and that's a save made by Archer, and another as the shot, that's a goal, St. Francis. Going to get it started early. The Knights got a 10-0 victory in the JV game earlier. St. Francis will start the scoring with 15:02 left in the period. That's going to be Nathan Kozma with the first goal today. And quite a way to start things off, especially for the Knights. You talked about it a lot and how much this means to you and overall what you're going to need to do to succeed. And just a great opportunity to get this one started. St. Francis going to be on the board first. This one going right back into the corner. We'll be taking this one right and through. Little across as that's to Wisniewski. Gets that over to Joseph. Joseph trying to find that one in center, and a breakaway coming up ahead. That's going to be Duncan with the puck, and it's going to be 2-0 right out of the gate. Jackson Duncan with a senior with the goal. When you think of hockey, you think of Jackson Duncan. Close to 105 points last season, playing travel hockey with everywhere he has. And then you come in today and you just see that right out of nowhere. You're going to have Kozma and Duncan, the two to score today, but it'll be 2-0 for the St. Francis Knights. So this one going right back, and going to be Cohen Long to take the draw. Opposite of him will be Brasher. And then this one going back. Broglie going to be the one to play it for St. Francis, and then this one going out a little bit. Broglie refusing to get up. That goes back to Stazen and then goes into the bench with 14:36 remaining in the period. So going to go right back and get this one rolling along. It's going to be right at the line. In the neutral zone, that goes back. Knocked a little bit by Hunter. Is this one going a little bit through and through. Heavy into the corner, though, there's Bircher. Looking for in front. Going to be tried to clear by Bowling Green. That'll be Gavin Cramp as it's taken right back, though, for Broglie. Broglie able to dump that puck in and then takes it over Chatfield. Going to get heavy pressure, though, from Tristan Barnes, and the puck goes right back in front. Going to be dumped in just right again by Mitchie. And so Bowling Green still having it on their possession. You'll wait for where the pass goes. It's intercepted, though. That'll be to Broglie. Able to be dumped right in. That goes to the corner. Broglie was the one to get it. There's Stazen. Going to try to play the puck first. It goes back to Chatfield. It's Chatfield going to try to clear that one out. Broglie to intercept it, though, again. A bouncing puck a little bit over, and looks like they'll rule an offside call there as it hit off the stick of St. Francis when they were in the offensive zone before the puck. So there you go. 13:51 remaining in the period. This one's going to go right on back. Whistle blown again. Looks like just a little bit of a mishap there. Going to take this one back and away. And this one right back going to be dropped into the zone. Joseph going to be trying to play it as a high stick coming up ahead, but nobody going to be there to rule it. So this one's going into the corner, going to be just right back and out for it. Looking back behind, that's going to be Loomis with the puck. Finding somewhere else that they can go, and this one continuing onward as it goes right in front. So just dumped right back in, then Bowling Green going to be chasing after it, but this one going to go over. Colin Paris has it on his stick. Going to choose to go the opposite direction. Pass right out in front, intercepted by Loomis. Going to try to get it on net. Bouncing puck up high, just a little bit too high for London Bernath. So now the play rolling along for St. Francis. Brody Bergman going to try to get that one out to center. Loomis to pick the puck up, and now it's going the other way. St. Francis going to dump that puck in, though, and they're going to have one on the forecheck. That's going to be Braden Pryka. As BG tries to clear it, Nolan Winger has it in his hand and then gets that one out, but it's kept in the zone by Johnson. Into the corner again, this will go. As BG still has it, that's going to be Wisniewski with the puck, and then out to Winger. Winger to Loomis, and then back again. Long has it on his stick. Going to get knocked away, though. That's going to be Corey Bell. That goes into the corner, and then a knock to go. Looks like Winger's having a tough time getting up, but he will. So right down, and that's going to be an icing coming up ahead. And we'll head to the opposite end of the ice. 12:24 remaining currently in the first period. So getting it back away, we will continue onward. BG to be the ones to play the puck here and then take it right back. As the draw will be taken, looks like that's going to be Long. He's got Joseph right behind him. Then you look, you got Chatfield and Stazen on the defense. As this one goes along just a little bit past Gavin Cramp. Right back in front for it again, going to wait just a little bit more. Joseph had it right in him, but that goes belong the other way. St. Francis waiting for this one up ahead. You have a bit of a rush going. You had Johnson there as the play was taken right back out in front. Going to be knocked in again by Broglie. So this one continuing the opposite direction as this will go. And then taking it the other way. Stazen able to dump it. Joseph going to go 5-on-5 action with Broglie. Going to be losing it, though, as Broglie's going to dump that out for the All Black and the Knights. As Stazen dumps that puck in and then takes it away the opposite way. And so there it goes. Going to be just knocked recovered by Bell as he's able to get his own fumble. And then in for it again. Wisniewski going to be chasing after it. Winger high at the point, going to dump that one in. And then tried to get it to Bernath. Broglie would be the one to pick it up. Back to Winger again. As he looks for his options, he'll break right. Winger going to try to get that one out in front, as that was just not quite. Bernath barely had it on his stick. And so there it goes, and just will find its way here in Stazen. Going to have it in front as he was the one defenseman there, and just a save will be made. That's going to be Kellen Archer. Over 25 saves he's made this season. And so we'll continue along again. 11:09 remaining in the first period here. And so you take it right back for it again. Play's almost about to get dropped. As Bernath's going to be getting into it with Porvaznik. Going right back, Porvaznik in front, almost a shot away for Winger. As he'll now take it, man in the target was Bernath, just gets a little bit past him. St. Francis going to break that one out again, but Bowling Green able to recover from it. Wisniewski has it on his stick. He's got Winger to his left, Loomis to his right. Wisniewski in front, and that's a goal! Bowling Green! As the crowd will erupt, Bowling Green needed to get on the board, and they finally do. 10:48 left in the first period, and just going to put it right on his back, put it on the card, if you will be the Bobcats. So now the Bobcats only trail by 1. As this one goes right back and away, won by the Knights, as that'll go out to Paris. And then going, Wisniewski going to be rewarded the goal as this one goes along. Taking this into the corner, though, we're going to see a little bit more of Duncan, that 27. The shot just going to go a little bit out and away as that goes out to front. Going to be kicked, though, as almost a pass by Joseph, and then takes it right back into the corner again. Archer to be the one to play it. So Wisniewski going to look for the breakout pass, almost found Winger, goes into the bench of St. Francis, and that'll just be taking it along. And so there it goes. So to wait for it and then to go right back out and front, you'll take this one away. Bernath to take the draw for Bowling Green. Birchster to take the draw for St. Francis. We have one right back, though, and there it goes. Barnes going to have a little bit of a rush into the corner, and then Bowling Green able to win it right back. Bernath has the puck at center, gets caught up, though, by Barnes. Going to be taking the puck from Birchster as he now takes it into the corner against Erstazen. Erstazen going to take that one in as he's got to play some heavy defense against Birchster. As two go into it now, Bernath going to join the rush, and then you see Loomis there as well. Dumps that one right out to center. That's Winger. Going to be keep using the speed. He gets past Broglie. In front, that's Winger. The shot going to be just a little bit over and away. Erstazen can't keep it in the zone as now you got to rush for Bircher. Bircher against Chatfield going to take that one into the corner as here it goes again. Chatfield going to take it. Goes right out to Broglie. Dumped in by Loomis as they'll get a line change coming up ahead. So right back into the corner. Colby Joseph going to be the one battling for it again here. 9:17 and counting left in the first period. Goes right out. Wisniewski able to be the one to play that as this goes just a little bit further. That's going to be dumped and played right out by Hayden Joseph, and as the hand will go up, and an icing coming up. 9 minutes and 5 seconds currently remaining in the first period as you'll take this one away for it again. As BG currently gave up too quick, but was able to answer right back with Cash Wisniewski. Only trailing by 1 as this will go for it again. Robert Shepler can be taking the draw for St. Francis, and then on the BG side, you're going to see Long. So a play out in front. Going for it a little back, and again, that goes out to Paris. Paris going to go cross ice as he'll get it right back, and again, Joseph playing heavy on some pressure as the knock's going to be on Joseph. A huge hit to be made on Pryka. As the physicality going to continue a little more. Joseph getting into it with Pryka. Looks like Pryka's going to be given the first penalty today. As tensions will erupt a bit, but Pryka's going to get the first penalty today. And we'll get a BG power play. But Pryka will go to the box after the altercation with Joseph, and we'll just go for it along again. Hayden Joseph and Wisniewski there, but actually the referee will send both of them. Zwinger gets some clarification. Looks like we'll be playing some 4-on-4 hockey for the near future. As this one will be discussed, we're going to be going for what's up ahead, and looks like we'll find some breathing room here. And now here it goes. Johnson going against for it with Bernath, 9-on-9 action at center. Going into the corner, though, it's going to be Wisniewski going against Kerr. Be one right back as that one goes along. Out in front here, we find it a little bit again. Winger going to knock the puck back. That gets itself going. Goes right back to Winger, though, as that was taken right out for Hunter. Into the corner, that'll be chased away for Paris, as now Bowling Green still has it. Wisniewski looks for the pass out, can't find Loomis. A little just too far on that one, and takes it away, going the opposite length of the ice back to Archer here at the Madhouse on Mercer. 8 minutes and 16 seconds remain in this first period. Well, so it goes. Porvaznik going to be taking the draw for St. Francis. Looking on the end here, Bernath taking it for Bowling Green, as the shot will be there for Duncan. And just a quick scoop up there for Porvaznik, but Archer will get there first. You're going to have 8 minutes 13 as St. Francis is going to still only be up by 1. Well, so there you have it, going right back and in, and then taken out again. Loomis, though, going to go right back for Winger. Winger, though, only has one on him. The shot going to be just a save made. That'll be Choinowski. So here it going along again. Joseph trying to get that puck right in, as Brogley's going to turn it over. Winger right down there low. Joseph trying to dump that puck in. Going to get a stick on it, but loses some momentum. Joseph going to try to get the shot, but not quite. As that goes into the corner, Loomis going to be battling for it. Winger there as well. Going to be taken right back out. Porvaznik, though, on a 2-on-1. Wisniewski going to take the defender. It's Porvaznik alone. The save made by Archer. A big save to make it there. Keeps it within 1 as Bowling Green will start the rush. So going right back in behind, going to be Hayden Joseph. Waiting for it back, and again, that's just going to be dumped in for St. Francis. Wisniewski has it on his stick. Pass out to Loomis, as that'll just go right and down. No icing due to the tip made. As BG will have 2 on the forecheck. Maxey going to get in that play, but it goes the opposite end of the ice, so there goes Duncan. Right in front, the shot. That's going to be a score for St. Francis. That's Berkshire. The 2-on-1 will pay off for St. Francis. 4 goals already. We're only 10 minutes into this game. 3 of them have been scored by the Knights so far, though. Well, and there you'll have it. Going to be a 3-1 game after that. And you take it from here. Back for the draw will be Long, as he'll take it right back and away from Berkshire, the man who just got the goal for the Knights. As this going back and through. On his stick again, it's Berkshire, as there'll be a whistle blown. Looks like they'll rule it as an offside against the Knights, and this takes it back through again. 6:52 currently still remains as we wait for it again here. As the play is made and then taken on the draw, this will go and then through and out. And that'll go right down low to Chatfield. Taking it its way through Cramp as this goes a little bit more, and then you'll find it more Bluszowski. Gonna get that play in as this goes and rolls back along. And takes it back and through again. As this play is gonna be just drawn right back. Bluszowski going to dump that puck in, or Stazen, though, going to be the one for Bowling Green to finally get it away. As the Knights will have it, you'll wait for it a little bit longer. This one going in a little bit further. Going to be a tap, though, made. As BG takes advantage of that opportunity. Delayed penalty looks like it's coming up. And they're going to take Cal on that. As Bowling Green will get another one to go. Both will clear the box, and then one just goes right back in for the Knights. Not really what you wanted, especially here, but either way, they'll send him to the penalty box, and we'll be right back for it again. Going to go on to Olszewski as he finds his way into the corner. His first penalty today, the second from St. Francis. We're going to have 4 on the line to match St. Francis. 1 defenseman back for the Bobcats. That's going to be Cash Wisniewski. Taking the draw will be Winger. He's got Bernath, Joseph, and then the other Joseph and Hayden. So Hayden and Colby Joseph out there. Then you're going to get London Bernath and Nolan Winger. Going right back, Cash Wisniewski going to have it on his stick. Going to wait for it. The lane is just blocked by Duncan as that goes into the corner. Waiting for it back again. Joseph able to get that out to Bernath, and then just the save made. Choinski going to make that play for St. Francis and gets it away from there. And so this will just go. Winger going to be the one to take the draw, going against Broglie right now by the looks of things, and that's going to Porvaznik, and then Joseph for Bowling Green, going to get that into Bernath. Up high, Wisniewski has it for the Bobcats, taking that one away, but the puck's going to be knocked free. There it goes, it's Porvaznik on the 2-on-1. Duncan going to be the man that's guarded, and then Archer with the stop. Takes the puck into the corner and back again as Joseph has it, gets that over to Winger. He'll choose to stay behind the net and wait for it as this one going right back and out. Winger taking it out to center. Waiting for somewhere to go on the left side. He's going to clear 1. He's going to try to clear Duncan, and then 2. Almost got Barnes. That shot going to be over and wide. In front. Off of Joseph. Back to the stick of Winger. The shot and then the save. That's going to be Quinn to make that for St. Francis, the senior goaltender. Will stand up and make that one. So there's 4 minutes currently remaining on the penalty for St. Francis. So there's 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this period. As Winger looks to take the draw for Bowling Green. He's going to be waiting for it back again. That's against Nathan Kozma. That goes out to Wisniewski. He's got it on his stick. And then right back and out, Winger. Going to try to get something along. Back to Wisniewski again. That going, and then the shot going to be Joseph as that'll be made. And then going right back and out. Here it goes for Wisniewski. Going to get that play out to Winger. Waiting for a little bit more of action. Winger going to drop that back to Joseph as the puck is dumped in. And then taking it right back and through as that play will be just stopped. Joseph was the one in there, but no more play to develop. This one just going to be waiting for a little bit more. As the wait will be over shortly. Winger going to be going against it for another one. So they'll go against Porvaznik by the looks of things, and that one going to be one right back as that's going to be a save made, and then Joseph gets in there, Winger as well. A little bit of a tie-up near the end, but either way, the score will stay the same, and we're going back for it again. As Winger will be out to take this draw. He's got Joseph out behind, still running that one defense. Looking to take advantage of the power play here and bring the game within 1 before the end of the period. Winger loses his stick as he has to play it with his feet. Bernath there for support. Loomis and Wisniewski. You got 4 of the Bobcats out there, and Justin Joseph going to try to take that away. And then Bernath and Colby going in for it as that will go in again. Going to go past Joseph, and there goes Porvaznik. Going right out in front. Jackson Duncan as they're going to roll that an offside. Porvaznik going to be ruled an out. And what a way. And that's got to be a lucky break if you're the Bobcats, especially since you take a look at that and you realize that could have easily been a 4-1 game. You got 2 very talented players, just in Cole Porvaznik and then Jackson Duncan. Either way, though, the draw going to be 1 and back. They're going to say Winger has to get off the ice, and then they'll keep him. So he goes right back and forward again. Taking the draw against the number 18 in Nathan Kozma. This one going through. Going to be tied up just a bit and goes right back. St. Francis going to have it on their stick as this goes into the corner. Cameron Brogley going to be the one to play it. Going right back and out, though, off the stick of Joseph. Tried to get that one. Archer just going to knock it behind. Currently 3 of the Bobcats down low is now Winger going to be there. Looking for some support, keeps it on his stick. Colby Joseph waiting around the line, trying to go and out. On a hot streak, though, wide open as Bernath cannot hold it on his stick. Goes out to Joseph. Joseph still looking for somewhere else he can take it, because this one's going out to Colby in the corner. Colby Joseph still has it on. Trying to hold that along the wall. He's going to get that one out to Wisniewski. Wisniewski waiting for it. Shot will be blocked, though. A little 4-on-4 action. Case in France. The junior forward stepping up there to try to get a hold of it, and at least with the block, you're going to have that to your advantage. You'll keep it exactly the same. 2 minutes, 21 seconds currently remain in the St. Francis penalty. 3 minutes and 26 seconds remain in the first period. As this goes into the corner and then takes it right back and through. You're going to have Cramp, Loomis, and Long out there with Wisniewski and Hunter holding the blue line. Going right back. The shot almost there, but not quite. And takes it right into the corner. Kozma going to be there for support, trying to get the St. Francis rush started early. It's going to be one right back, though, for Bowling Green. Going for something a little bit more. Hayden Joseph now has it on his stick. Going to take that out to the left and wait for it. And that's just going to go to no man's land into the peanut gallery, as that'll just go way and out, as the referees will need another puck just after that one. And almost had it, but just really they're trying to dump that in, flip the puck, went a little too high. That'll take it onto the near side of us. As we look, Winger to take the draw. He's got Bernath and Joseph for his support. Then looking on St. Francis, Porvaznik. Name we've said quite a bit today to take the draw, because that's going to be one right back. Jackson Duncan going to be chasing that one in, as he almost has it. Going right into the corner, though, there it goes to Colin Paris, as that's dumped all the way down the length of the ice. Archer to make a close save there to avoid some serious issues, as that goes right back in behind. And then one for more. Joseph going to be battling against Winger. Into the corner, going to be taking that one away. Winger will lose that battle. Still got the stick caught up in Duncan. Looks like they'll hold the line, though, on the opposite end of the ice. Joseph just getting a little too much there. As he was going in, he had Bernath with him and then Colby. And the offside will be ruled. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain in the first period, as this one goes right back and out again. So going to be waiting for it. The play will go to the opposite length, and you're going to have to continue on where you were. So there it goes. That's going to be Wisniewski going to be the one to dump that puck in, and then a little bit more as the high stick coming up against BG, and no, they'll just say it never happened. That was Wisniewski who had a stick a little bit high. Case in France was heavy on the rush for St. Francis. Going right back out now, that'll be Winger. Over to the side, and Bernath, who's able to dump that puck in. Winger going to be the one to try to pressure heavily and look for support. Going past, though, Wisniewski, still battling for it. Takes Porvaznik with him. France almost had the puck, but takes it away from him, as Joseph going to get knocked into the St. Francis bench. A little bit of a rush. Referees not to call it. Now going less than a minute remaining on the St. Francis penalty. This goes across. Wisniewski over to Joseph. And just choose to wait for a little bit more here. Into Joseph, that one goes, and then Colby Joseph and Cohen Long going to be the two on the rush. Going in for a little more action as this goes out. Icing waved off. Jackson Duncan heavy on the rush. BG takes a second to get back. There's Duncan in front. Just waits his turn, and that's a goal. Jackson Duncan, his second today. As the crowd will stand and applaud, Jackson Duncan just skates the length of the ice looking at the stream now, and then just takes advantage. Archer going into the butterfly. And St. Francis going to get their fourth goal with a minute 20 remaining in the period. And then you look at their 16 seconds currently remaining on the Bruchalski penalty. So back for it again. Discussion as to what will occur here and what everybody's motive will be. As Joseph's going to win that one right. And then go back for it against Shepler. Out in front, though, Shepler going to get it through to Chatfield. Verstazen, though, to take that into the corner for Bowling Green and win that one back. Going a little bit more, and then back along this goes. Winger trying to get heavy on the rush, whistle blown. Looks like they'll call an offside. By the looks of things here, but either way, play will stop. You had Loomis on the far side trying to make a stretch in to see if the pass could have been made for Winger. But either way, Alexander Berkshire, Nathan Kozma, and then you look on the score sheet, Jackson Duncan. There's 2 goals today. 3 seconds currently to remain. This one going to be played right back and in. Going for it again as this goes into the corner, and then taken right back and through to Pryka. Pryka going to try to get that crossed over to Mitchie. As St. Francis starts the rush, Winger caught the puck but then lost it as BG wasn't quite in to the neutral zone yet, but either way, that shot going to be a little too high. And so it goes. Into the referee this will be, and back for it again. This one going for it again. Gonna be waiting for the draw here. Shepler to take it for the St. Francis Knights. For Bowling Green, that'll be Bernath. Play taken right out to center as this one goes a little bit more. Right for it again. Winger going to be the only one on the rush as this goes out to Mitchie. Mitchie, though, going to get that in and then back in front. Almost one back, but not quite. Winger had it on his skate for a moment and then goes right out to the corner. That'll go to Mitchie. As Chatfield now has it. Takes this one away and going to Winger, but right into the corner you'll have it. As Chatfield on the near side goes to Winger. Going to try to stretch that play out. St. Francis going to have it. Rushes back into the neutral zone. There is Bruchalski just after his penalty to try to get that one in and then take it into the crowd.
That hits them.
That's going to hit a fan as this will go. It'll go into the corner. Well, and this will go and try to get it back. St. Francis will have it. Duncan going to get that play in. Then going out for Winger. Got the puck to the left side, but wasn't quite able to get onto it. As now Duncan will have it behind, and that'll be the end of the first period. And so we're going to take an ice cut here, and we're going to take a break. We will come back shortly. The score, St. Francis 4, Bowling Green 1. As we will be right back. This is BG Bobcat Hockey here on YouTube. And the wait is over at the end of the first period. We are back for the second period of hockey here at the Madhouse on Mercer. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Dan Ridenour, and here we get underway. St. Francis taking a huge 4-1 lead against the Bowling Green Bobcats. Cash Wisniewski, the lone man to score for Bowling Green in the first period. However, we saw more score, for St. Francis, as we see earlier. Jackson Duncan able to get 2 on the board. Nathan Kozma able to get 1, and then here it'll go. Well, and we continue on, and we are back in action here, going to center ice to get this one going. Robert Shepler will be the one to step up for the Knights, and then for the Bobcats, it'll be Hayden Joseph. This one taken right back, a little bit of a scruffle right at center. Going for it, though, a little bit more. Going to be dumped in. That'll be the number 13 in Bergman. Into the corner this goes. Chatfield to try to clear it out. Bergman to get in the way of that as this goes for a little more, as Joseph's going to be the one to play it. Going right back, that's going to be Bergman, who had it, and then goes into the corner, back for it again. Right now, that's Joseph. Going to Cramp, this keeps this one away, and then for a little bit more of the action, and just a stop to be made. Standing on business there, just seeing a little bit more of the action, but Chatfield to pick it up. Into the corner, that one will go, and then Mitchie going to recover off the rebound, and then gets the pass all the way out to Bergman. Bergman, the play over, the shot, that's almost over, but a save by Archer. Pryka almost to get one onto the board, as that's going to be dumped right in for Broglie. Playing for it back again. St. Francis looking for the shot. Be a little bit slow, but Joseph going to go out to his brother in Colby as this goes for Paris. He's able to keep that puck in, and then Cash Wisniewski has it on his stick. Gets the pass out to Joseph. He's got Winger on a 2-on-1. Nolan Winger in front. The save made. St. Francis, as they'll take it the opposite way of the ice. As Winger going to be down on the ice. Icing will be blown, so we're going to head to the north side of the Slater Family Ice Arena. So there you'll have it. Going back for the play to start again. You'll wait for it, and then you'll get it going. As St. Francis able to take advantage of a Ruther, and Stazen the only one back, but he gets a skate on it, and then the peck, the going right in was Johnson on the back check almost to try to get that one in. Going into the corner, though, that goes right now to Bruszowski, and then in front, and just found no defenseman there. That's going to be Cole C. Johnson, the senior, and he'll make it 5-1 for St. Francis.
Joseph's are cousins.
So there it'll go. St. Francis will make it 5-1. Just going to extend their lead a little bit more on this Sunday afternoon. So 15-19 and counting remaining in the second period. St. Francis going to take the play back. Going right back and out. That'll be Kerr with the puck. And then loses it just tad. As this goes for Winger, the shot. Winger, though, going to be a save made. That's Choinski for St. Francis. But in front again, almost backdoor. There it was. Winger tried to assist Bernath on that, but it goes out to center. Right forward again. A heavy on the forecheck was Kerr. And then you see a little bit more. That's Johnson. Drops that puck right back. Taking it, though, will be that number 4, a case in France, as he still has it. Going right back up, though. That's going to be intercepted by Winger. Taking that play in. Here it'll go. Back to Paris again, and then looking for some more. That'll be France. So there it goes. Bruszowski going to have it, and then in front, here it goes back. That's France with the puck, and then the shot will be attempted by Kozma. But either or, into the corner, going for it again. That's going to be Porvaznik. He still has it on his stick. Kozma was creeping out to front, looking to get the one-timer, but the save will just be made by Archer. We're going to stop play here. 14 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the second period currently. I'm going to continue onward from here. So going to be waiting around to see what happens next. Who's going to take the draw? And looks like it will be Porvaznik as he steps up. We're going to have a little 8-on-8 action as Nolan Winger will be presenting for the Bobcats. Thank you very much. As this one goes back, Bowling Green going to be holding the line in front of Archer. Instead of the defenseman in the corner, Lauvim as the left wing as Hayden Joseph's going to try to wrap that one around. Wisniewski, his partner, to pick that one up. Cramp going to be on the forecheck, goes back to Wisniewski again. Getting pressured heavily, though, by Corey Bell, unable to take that one out. And then this goes. Jackson Duncan loses the puck, goes right back. Joseph going to be battling in. Bell in front of him. He can't go anywhere. St. Francis looking for the cross-check penalty in front. Looks like Porvaznik got in the way of that a bit, but 13:47 in the second. Going back is Cramp. Going back is Joseph. Going to be picked up, though, by Cohen Long as he'll dump that in. Going over to Cramp. Going to be battling for it with Broglie. As Long is going to go to the opposite length of the ice. St. Francis almost tried to get the rush going. Kozma had some daylight ahead. Is this one going in front, though, and will be picked up? Looks like Broglie's going to get that across and then takes it to the corner, and then Duncan off his skate. Almost with the hat trick there for Jackson Duncan. As it'll be Porvaznik into the corner for St. Francis, still having it. Going to try to get the shot. Archer, though, with the glove save. And we'll stop this a bit short. So 13:11 in the second as St. Francis will look for a line change. I mean, Cole Porvaznik and Jackson Duncan, two very skilled, very talented hockey players that you got to look out for if you're Bowling Green, but they got a man just like that. Nolan Winger's been doing real well so far, and then Kellen Archer as well has been a cornerstone to BG and net as that'll go right out for Loomis. Has two on him, going to have to dump that in. Bernath going to be just looking a little bit high as that goes right into the corner. And then one for it again. Going in front, loose puck just going past Loomis as he'll take that right into the corner. Waiting for somewhere to go, kept in though by Wisniewski. Loomis looking for it, out to front. And have to get two defensemen back, a 1-on-2, make that a 2-on-2 as St. Francis takes it in. Into the corner now, a little bit of a trip up as you had Tristan Barnes settling high, but either way, this going right out. Winger has it, gonna just choose to dump that puck in. Loomis gonna be up a little bit high, and then he'll creep in to try to get that going. Winger taken away from the puck is now St. Francis. Gonna get a breakaway here, there it goes. That's gonna be Howard, and the save made by Archer. St. Francis asking for a penalty shot. Now, if it is a penalty shot, he'll have to have gotten him from behind. There has to be substantial evidence that he would have gotten there and got severely impacted from the defenseman in an illegal sense. As some more of the St. Francis fans call for penalty shot, talking with Joseph about it. Not quite sure what he did wrong, but looks like Hayden Joseph will go to the box. They'll give it away for him. And BG's going to be short-handed. And a rough time to do so. Cole Porvaznik going to be taking the draw, and then Jackson Duncan right behind him. Caught up, back to Duncan. Going to go a little bit past Bernath and Wisniewski. Into the corner, Duncan has it. Waiting to see his options. He'll just go out to Porvaznik. Porvaznik going to get the pass across. Going up behind, though, that'll go to Mitchie. Cross ice, Mitchie gets it back again from Broglie. Into the corner, that one goes. Waiting for it, back on it. The shot, just off the blocker, though, that goes from Archer and takes it into the corner. Duncan now with it on his stick. Pass out in front, off the mask of Archer. As Duncan will find it again. Winger the one to play on him. Bowling Green forced into the box formation. As Duncan's going to step up, the shot, and just, wow! Looked like that went off the glove of Archer and then in. And back-to-back games, Duncan, 8 goals in 2 games. He had 5 against Upper Arlington, and he'll get a hat trick again here. 6-1, the score for St. Francis. And so there you'll have it. Going to be a line change coming up. And going to need one here. Going to have Loomis, Bernath, and Winger. Then you're going to have Ernstazen and Chatfield on defense for the Bobcats, as that one goes back for Paris. Going for it a little bit into there again, but not quite. There it goes out. The break for St. Francis, looking for that one. Puck going a little bit out. Winger takes that one in. As that one goes out, and then Winger is going to go down, and we'll have a penalty coming up ahead against the Knights. As we'll see here, this is not their first one. This is their 3rd one today. However, this may be their first 2-minute minor. They've had 2 majors so far, and it will be ruled as just a 2-minute penalty against Robert Shepler. But either way, we'll go to the north side of the Madhouse on Mercer. We'll just take it from here. Winger going to be going against Porvaznik for the draw. One right back by St. Francis, and that will go out. Pruszowski as he gets it to Duncan. Heavy on the back check, though, is Winger as he takes Porvaznik out. And then Duncan, the shot, gets that onto Archer, though, a harsh one. That one was tough to save, just a lot of power. As BG was looking for a roughing due to the Winger and Porvaznik tie up, but this one goes right back. And then taken right in. Wisniewski has it. He'll take the puck and then just dump that play right in. Joseph up high, waiting for it back again in front. Not quite, as that'll go for it again into the corner. Winger to have it, and then he'll lose it back to Porvaznik, and then Duncan again on a rush. Duncan going in again. Keeps it on his stick, barely, as he's able to battle that one away into the corner again. As this finds its way a little bit more, Duncan gonna have it. On net, and then 2, and then in front, and a save made by Archer. As BG takes it the length of the ice, they'll have it going. Nolan Winger now, nobody with him, has to get the shot, bounce puck right in front, but that won't be to Colby Joseph. Just barely outside of his grasp. St. Francis going to be rushing it away again. Off the stick, though, at Duncan. And here it'll go. As Joseph just has it right behind, killing the clock here. 40 seconds remain currently on the Shepler penalty. 9:53 remaining in the second period. Bouncing puck right in corner, as that'll go to Joseph. Looking for some options, but the St. Francis defense being relentless today. Cohen Long dumps that one in. Joseph battling into the corner, going against Johnson. Up high, though, Wisniewski going to keep that one in. As that's intercepted to Long, and then the shot in front bounced away. Just out of the grasp of Bernath, and then it'll take it again. A little more fighting in the corner. Waiting for what can happen next. Wisniewski tries to get the shot. You got to get a defenseman back, as full strength will occur. As Wisniewski will stand up. The play's bouncing a little bit more in front of the Bowling Green bench, and now the rush going the other way. And that'll be an icing on St. Francis, as they will get a line change. So 9:05 left in the second period. Looking for the more again here. As that's Cramp trying to battle that one away, and then goes right and out. Pryka going to be the one to ice it, and that's just going to be the same old, as we'll stay where we were. Either way, we'll take it from here. Just had the lines change, just go out there, and St. Francis going to ice it back again. As they'll go from here. Winger going to be taking it for Bowling Green, and for St. Francis going to be Robert Shepler, as that's one right back for Bruchalski. Chatfield just going to get that in front, as that's almost away for Winger, but the save will be made, and St. Francis will continue onward. Able to clear the Bowling Green defense, going to force Chatfield to play that, as 4 will be in now. Trying to get Winger up high to start the breakout. Puck goes out to center, nobody there. And this will go right back. Off the boards it goes, and then Bowling Green going to be forced into the corner as it'll go to Shepler. Shepler on to Archer, though. The save will be made. So Shepler tried to get the shot onto Archer, but no problem for him. Archer going to stand up on that one. The senior goaltender trying to get this one away, but Bowling Green really looking to stretch the ice out currently, especially with how heavy the St. Francis defense has been today. Bernath will take the draw, going right back as that goes and is cleared out in favor of the Bobcats. They'll go right along. Goes Bushowski, he's got the puck, gets past Loomis, goes and clears it out. Bit of a Statue of Liberty play, he's still going, has Chatfield in his way, blocked by Chatfield. Loomis gets the play going to Bernath. Bernath gonna get this one going. 2-on-2 now as Loomis steps in. That one going through, he's tripped up. Into the corner goes Bernath as St. Francis will take it going the other way. No call on the trip as Wisniewski was playing defense, and that one almost went in, but not quite. So going for it a little bit more. The shot attempt being from Tristan Barnes. We got a penalty coming up by the looks of things. And oh, so close. St. Francis almost had their 7th goal of the night. We'll have a penalty instead. And I believe this will be his 2nd penalty today for Cal Buchalski. He had a 5-minute earlier. This will just be a 2. But nonetheless, you're back for it again. You need to take advantage of the power play here. Going to have one defenseman up high for Bowling Green as Winger going to take that one back. Over to Wisniewski, then over to Joseph in the corner as Winger. Puck cleared out though, St. Francis. Jackson Duncan on a breakaway. It's Duncan. And a save made by Archer. So circumstances avoided. Not what you want to see when your BG is Jackson Duncan on a hot streak going, but Archer going to treat it like it's nothing. The save will be made with 1:43 left in the penalty, 7 minutes 25 left in the second period. So this one going right back. Duncan able to keep it in the zone, goes out to Wisniewski as he has it, and then just holds the line. Behind the net now, you're going to be waiting for it, as that one's dropped back and going now on the rush, taken for it again. Just waiting for something. Winger able to hold that along. He had Joseph with him. But now here it goes. Winger going to clip that one in as he'll get tripped up just a bit from St. Francis, really holding that blue line. Looks like we'll have another one coming up against the Knights, a 5-on-3 for at least 1:14. And then after that, you'll have a 5-on-4. So that'll be Mitchie. Going to be ruled on a tripping penalty. Going to be the number 19 senior defenseman is what you'll have. So get this one away. 1:14 though currently remains in the Buchalski penalty. 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the period. Wisniewski, the lone defenseman, back. Going along though. Going to get past Duncan as that goes in for Joseph. The shot, and that one in, and then a loose puck going just across the far side. And then in front, wild it away out to the neutral zone. Wisniewski the one to play it. As Wisniewski has it, pass in front, over to Winger, waiting his turn as he just has to go back a little bit more. Try to open up the ice. Winger gets it over to Joseph. Tries to get that one back over to Joseph again. He'll have it. Play going out to Winger. Holding it on, and it will go. Winger going to get that one in, and then in front, and then a puck going in. And that's a wild one and away. Joseph barely to get in there, almost had it. Nathan Kozma stepping up on defense for St. Francis. They only got 3 out there. You'll just have to wait for the next one, see where you can do. It looks like we'll have some discussion, and if I would not be mistaken, a timeout has been called. Yep, that'll be a timeout called for Bowling Green. Coach Rogo in his 7th season with the Bobcats. He's going to take a timeout here. Try to take advantage of a 5-on-3 as we will be right back in just a little bit. This is BG Bobcat Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to BG Bobcat Hockey here on YouTube. I'm Dan Ridenour, joining you as we get set after the BG timeout. Still 3 on the ice for the St. Francis Knights. They got 2 penalties right now. They only got 29 seconds left in one of them, though. BG needs to take advantage of this opportunity. One right back for Wisniewski. Waiting for it at the line, over to Joseph. Hayden Joseph having it into the corner. That goes to Nolan Winger. Winger back to Joseph. St. Francis really in the triangle currently. They got Colby, though, right in front of the net. Stepped in for Hayden, just almost. As Joseph, the shot wide right as that goes. And then almost one back. Bowling Green still has it. Winger with 3 seconds remaining currently in the 5-on-3. Winger, the shot, full strength back, 5-on-4 for the next 40 seconds. As Joseph, the shot in front, blocked away. Buchalski just had the penalties going in. That goes through. Buchalski forcing it into the corner. Back to Joseph again, as this one will take its course. And then out to the neutral zone and back again is going to be Case in France. Just opening up the ice a little bit. As Duncan tries to get that one past Winger. Stands tall, though. Nolan Winger rolling in, and then loose puck just off the pad will go to the corner. As 9 seconds now remain currently on the penalty against Mitchie. Duncan going in. The shot blocked, though, and away for Joseph. As we're back to full strength. St. Francis to get possession and dump that puck in. That'll be Cameron Broglie, who's the one to do it. Too heavy on the forecheck right now. Off the stick of Loomis. No icing call. He just waved off of that. So now 4:38 remaining in the period. Duncan gets the pass across over to Bergman. Bergman into the corner, battling Joseph as that goes in. And that's knocked loose, and then the whistle to blow. Archer had it in his glove and just got it knocked away after a split second. But either way, 4:30 left in the second period. As we'll proceed, going right back and in for it again. That's going to be Cohen Long to take it, going against Shepler. As this goes in and through it again, Loomis with cramp. Taking its course, going into the corner, at least trying to. Colin Paris going to be there before anyone else, but that goes right and out. Chatfield barely able to get it. As that goes to Ernstazen, and then over to Cramp as he's able to get a stick on it. Into the corner again, St. Francis to retry their breakout. Intercepted by Ernstazen at the line, kept right in. As this one goes across, Long able to keep it on his stick. Cramp knocks it back to Chatfield. Chatfield a shot, try to get a tip on it as that goes just a wide of the net. And then kept in the zone, not for long, as there it goes again. St. Francis able to have possession, looking for somewhere to go in. Long going to try to get the hit as well. Ernstazen battles into the corner. Now Bowling Green on a 2-on-2 to take it the other way. Cramp and Loomis, whistle blown. Looks like we'll have a penalty coming up. They're going to take Carter Ernstazen. the junior defenseman. He'll go to the penalty box right by the Huntington Bank sign, and then we'll continue onward from here. That is going to be a rough penalty that you could take currently at this time. So now St. Francis will have the advantage. They're going to take London Bernath out and put him into the game. As BG will have 4. Winger and Hayden Joseph discussing a plan, but you're going to have a Carter Chatfield, London Bernath right in front of Kellen Archer. Then as for St. Francis, looking at this, Cole Porvaznik to take the draw, Jackson Duncan right by him, and then the other forward in Case in France. Defensively, you're going to have Mitchie, as he'll be the one to get this puck now. Mitchie takes it away into the corner. Buchalski there on the line with him as well. Duncan has it on his stick, acting as a defenseman. Takes it in Buchalski, back to Duncan again, almost had it on his stick. Battled into the corner, this one going away. Duncan looking for a pass in front, intercepted though, and then taken away. Right back onto the stick though, that goes in France as he has it. France into the corner to Duncan. As Duncan has it, battles off to Porvaznik into the corner, waiting for it. Pass out to front, into the corner again. Got Duncan behind the net, he'll be the one to get it. So Duncan waiting, looking for somewhere else in front. The shot almost by Case in France, as this will go along. So Carter Chatfield in front. Just gets the puck knocked away from him and then takes it right back and away. Porvaznik in front to Duncan. That was almost close for Case in France. And then this goes back for it again. Still using the puck to their advantage will be Mitchie. Into the corner though. Buchalski has it. Getting this one along. Choosing to hold it at the line and then in front. And there it goes back to France and then in front. Wild puck. France the shot, not quite. So now 33 seconds currently remaining on the Erstazen penalty. As this goes into the corner now for Porvaznik, as he'll have it. Porvaznik just waiting this one along, letting it take course. Pass out across and then in front. The shot, that's almost for France. Picked up by Bowling Green, not until St. Francis. Duncan loses it in his feet. And now we're into the corner again. Duncan and Chatfield getting into it a bit. As Joseph holding it against the wall with 3 seconds left in the Erstazen penalty, as he's going to get taken down by Case in France. Just really holding the puck at the line now. St. Francis still has it. As the whistle's blown, Duncan and Chatfield getting into it a bit. Starting to boil over. We've got 89 seconds currently remaining in the second period. St. Francis up by 5. They're going to take Duncan and Chatfield by the looks of it. They're supposed to be in the opposite ends of the box. Yeah, just miscommunication. Duncan going to the BG box, Chatfield going to the St. Francis one. Either way, this will be one to look at. Couple major penalties taken today by the Knights. We may see a similar situation here as St. Francis will be without arguably their best player. This one going right back. Wisniewski going to have it. Waiting for a little bit more momentum will be Wisniewski. He has got a couple on him, but he's still going. Wisniewski taking this one in. Dumps the puck going along. Going to get caught up a bit with Bergman. They're going to say BG is offside. Not until long, though. Loomis going to be on the forecheck. One right back as that goes off the skate of Bergman, and then Kellen Archer will be the one to play it. Right behind, they're trying for something. Out to the neutral zone, there goes Loomis. He's going to have it on his stick. Loomis waiting for somewhere to go. Winger the target, intercepted by the Knights. So just going to be cleared out of the zone. It's going to be an icing for St. Francis as they will go somewhere else, and that's going to be the opposite length of the ice and keep this one away. 49 seconds left in the second period. Bowling Green still down by 5, needing to at least get 1 before the third period to mount a comeback. Last time they beat the Knights was February of 2024. That was 7-0. at Tam O'Shanter, the Bobcats achieved victory. And so Joseph going to be the one to have it. And there it goes. Right in front, though, kept in the zone by Joseph. He'll still have it on his stick, and then right behind almost, but not quite, because this one's going back for a little bit more. Joseph going to be there on that one, but still unable to. Going into center. There it goes. France has it on his stick. Gets that one out and then taken into the zone almost, but a bit of a trip up there as that was almost taken away for Johnson. Loomis trying to get into the zone. Going to get knocked away from it. Winger going to be forced into there as well. 17 seconds remain. St. Francis going to be coming up heavily here. They got 3 on 2 as that goes in, and then in front, the net is knocked off as Archer stands tall, and that one going away to the corner. 5 seconds now. The net is still off, and then the shot in front. Whistle's blown. And another one coming up. His 3rd penalty today. Cal Bruchalski will be taken away with 2 seconds, so going to ride this one out. Then St. Francis will start shorthanded for the first minute 58 of the 3rd period. So he's going to wait this one back. 4 out there for the Knights, 5 for the Bobcats. Just going to have to get out of this period, maybe even get a quick shot on Choinski if you're lucky. As this one will be dropped and then just taken back, and that will be all she wrote for the 2nd period, folks. 1:59 is what is ruled on the Cal Bruchalski penalty. As we got some more coming up ahead. BG will trail by 5 heading into the 3rd and final period here at the Madhouse on Mercer. Don't go anywhere. This is BG Bobcat Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to the Slater Family Ice Arena. As here we are, BG just got right back on the ice, and thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm Dan Ridenour. Going to bring you along into the third period of play. St. Francis going to be starting this period off with a man down as they got the third penalty today from Cal Bruchalski. He's going to be into the box for the next minute, 59, as we'll see that occur. And then as for Bowling Green, need to take advantage of the power play here. They got one goal today from Cash Wisniewski. St. Francis has been lighting up the score sheet, though, today. Jackson Duncan, he's got a hat trick. Nathan Kozma's gotten on the board. Alexander Bircher's gotten on the board. And so has Cole Johnson. So currently looking ahead so far, Bowling Green looking to get after this one. They will play the day after Christmas, December 26th against New Albany, then Dublin Jerome and Worthington Kilbourne for a 3-game series. As for St. Francis, this will be their last game of 2025. Their next game will be January 2nd as they take on Perrysburg here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. And then they will also go up to Tam O'Shanter for their first home game of 2026 to take on who else but the Bowling Green Bobcats. As we get set and get rolling here again, the crowd is still up and away. Chatfield going to go to the box from his previous altercation, where we also see Jackson Duncan. But the one currently on the score sheet right now in Cal Bruchalski, that will stand. BG will have 5 out there, St. Francis to have 4. Will be eligible to ice the puck as always, and other variety, if you will. But nonetheless, going to get set for it again. By the looks of things, Nathan Kozma will be up to take the draw for St. Francis, as it'll be Nolan Winger at center here for Bowling Green. And then going for a little bit more, Bowling Green with today, by the looks of things, we'll go to 6-7-1 so far in the year. St. Francis will continue their winning ways and go to 13-2, get their 5th road win of the year, as this will be the 5th home loss for Bowling Green. However, there's still an entire period of play and plenty of time for Bowling Green. They got 17 minutes. They're starting on the power play. This game is nowhere near over, folks. It's taken a little longer than normal to figure out the score sheet. Just going to wait this one through, though. Get back to it in just a bit. So, looks like we're ready to play, and we'll be back for it again. They're going to take Winger some discussion as that goes to the penalty box, and then Winger going to take the draw for BG. I think you're going to have Cash Wisniewski and Hayden Joseph on defense, then Colby Joseph on the wing, and he'll be with London Bernath, as that'll be the BG starters for the period as we proceed. They're going now. Winger going to have it at center, taking this puck in, able to get past St. Francis. Pass out in front. The shot right in front. There was Bernath as that's knocked away. St. Francis going to clear that one out. Looks like getting into that was Kaysen France, the one who did it. So Wisniewski takes it right back in behind. Going to look ahead to start something. Wisniewski has it. St. Francis still holding the line, going out in front. Right behind Joseph, going to be heavy on the pressure. Goes out to Wisniewski, keeps that one in, just gets it past that number 5 of Broglie. And then into it again, we'll find France. France gets the pass across, and then in front, just a little bit over though for Mitchie. So into the corner and back for it you'll go. And Hayden Joseph going to have it on the rush. Clears the puck in, has 2 on him, and then a little bit more. Bernath gets that one out to Long. Long, though, going to get heavy pressure there from Porvavsnik. It looks like it's going to come back to haunt Bowling Green, as now a little bit of a rush. A 2-on-1 coming up. Puck right out in front. Archer to knock that one away, though. And here it goes out to Joseph. Long pass out to Colby. Either way, we'll wait for a little bit more. Porvavsnik going to have it, and then he dumped it in as there it goes out to Hayden Joseph. A minute left currently on the St. Francis penalty, as Joseph will have it out to center. Tries to dump that puck in, but get caught up right at the line. St. Francis going to ice that one away Be waved off, goes to Archer, holds that one in. Only had one in Francis. He's going to step back. Wisniewski with Winger. Nolan going to take it out to center. Going over to the right. Back to full strength for St. Francis. This one goes the other way. In front, though, that's going to be Joseph. And misses that one just ever barely. As in front, going for it again is Joseph. Not quite. And now a breakaway coming up. It's going to be Bergman, but he'll lose it, just taking it into the corner. There's Joseph with him, going to get the hit. France there for support. He'll lose it, though, to Bernath. As Bernath has it, goes out to front. Gets it to France. No offside called. Still keeping it in, though. France looking for a pass. Case in France, though, out to center ice by the neutral zone and then dumped in for Broglie. Going on the far side here, it'll be Mitchie. Waiting for it in front. Bergman, the shot, going to be save made by Archer as this goes into the corner along again. Joseph, cross ice pass over to Winger. Going to hold it along, has Loomis with him. Icing called, Winger's down, and then Chatfield and Duncan will find their ways out of the penalty box. So now it'll go. 14:08 left in the third period. 6-1 still, but there is time for Bowling Green. As we'll wait along here, line change coming up for Bowling Green, and then they're going to have, looks like they're going to have Long out there for it, and then Berkshire going to be the other on support. Puck out in front just ever barely. And so it goes. Taken along the other end of the ice, though. It'll go out to Howard. He still has it. Into the corner is Chatfield trying to go along with it. As that's going along, just saw it almost from Berkshire and then into it and going through. Back into the corner, though, for Tristan Barnes, and then just a wild puck. Looks like Long was able to get a stick on it. Either way, we're going the other end of the ice as Long going to be the one to have it. BG still has it in their possession. Cohen, Long, and Erstazen battling for it. Into the corner, though, is Chatfield. Breakout past a cramp, going to be tied up by Berkshire. He takes it over from the corner, and then you saw Howard there for the support on St. Francis going out to center. Waiting for it back in again. Colby Joseph going to be trying to get the rush in, but he's going in with Mitchie. Mitchie still has it on his stick, waiting for some options, but Colby Joseph gets in his way, and now that goes out to Loomis. Loomis just going to have to dump that puck in. Goes out Nolan Winger, though, in the corner, and try to get that one away. Out and through, though, down below, you'll find it, and then up high, here it goes. Barnes has it in front. The shot on Archer, save made, and that'll be all. With 12:54 left in the period. As we'll get reset, looks like Joseph's going to get off for that one, and then Hayden Joseph going to be still out there. Holding three on the line as they have all day. No defenseman in the corner. They'll put him at the right wing in this spot, which is Cash Wisniewski for Bowling Green, and then get it set again. Wisniewski getting that battle from Case in France, currently the forward. But either way, we'll go for a little bit of more momentum. As St. Francis looking to get something started and along here out in front. Over to Wisniewski. He has it on his stick. Trying to get the rush going with Loomis and Winger. Wisniewski going to lose it out to center. But Winger picks it up and then takes it away, though, was the number 12 of Kerr. And then right behind will be Case in France with the puck. France moving the puck along well. Past Wisniewski. St. Francis on the rush, save made, though, by Archer. As he'll take that one from there and gets it going. BG going to be in the same position that they were just earlier and gets this one going. As the puck gets dropped, that one right back. St. Francis has it. Just going to be a little bit more of a clear almost there from Corey Bell. Even if, though, that goes just a little bit behind. BG trying to get a breakout going. Winger has it. He's going a little bit behind. Out to Hayden Joseph again, then back to Winger. Over to Joseph. We'll see him there. As now Hayden Joseph going to try to get this one in. And now looking ahead for it. Joseph trying to take it into the corner with Bell as we'll see him there do so. As this one's going a little bit behind. Wisniewski gonna have it. Cross ice, he'll go to winger, playing on the defense. Loose puck in front, just past Joseph, as St. Francis will clear this one away. No icing call. And just a bouncing puck behind. And then goes along. Loomis, though, is going to miss that one, and there'll be an icing call that way against BG. As we'll see that one occur, and now just going to need a little bit more. As we've seen quite today, a couple of opportunities between two teams, just both of them really. The icing has come back to haunt them, but either way. St. Francis will be set on the draw. Going to be the one to take it away here. As it'll go, going to Seaport Vavsnik. Taking the draw for St. Francis, Hayden Fox. Little bit there for support, and then Cohen Long. Winger has it behind. Looking for something. Waiting for it along as well. Long going to get that one out as this goes just a little bit too far, and then it goes. Waiting for a little bit more of momentum, as you'll see there. Maxey was trying to get there on the pressure as Long. Going to try for something. Going a bit behind, though. St. Francis just keeping to hold the puck in the corner, waiting for a little bit more as to what they can have, as this one will go out. Long has it in the corner, trying to regain possession of it for the Bobcats as that one goes low. Colin Paris, though, stepping up, as now St. Francis Porvavsnik will get the rush going after the pass over to the number 18 of Kozma. But Winger going to take advantage of it. 2-on-3. Winger trying to get in. Battles through one, battles through another. Shot wide right as that goes. It'll be the puck for the Knights. Going out to center. Here it goes, moving along a little bit. Shepler going to try to get that one away as this will go. And then right in front, Duncan now with the puck. Takes it in the corner away from Winger as that one goes. Winger, though, able to get the puck on his stick and then clear it out as that goes to the neutral zone for St. Francis. As they'll get a line change as this one going into the corner. Past Archer, the puck will go and then into Pryka. As Pryka had it, Duncan able to knock that puck down. Looking for some option, has one on him. And still waiting. Going to go right as Duncan. Still moving along into the corner. There goes Jackson. Duncan right in front. Knocked away, though. The puck goes to Cash Wisniewski. And then away to Loomis. As Ashton Loomis was on the forecheck, continuing to do so. Gets a stick on it. That one knocked away to Colby Joseph and then knocked in front. And they're going to rule that. Should be an offside from the St. Francis coaching staff. But either way, this one going right back. As that goes to Wisniewski. In front away, that goes to Shepler. To Loomis again, and this moves into the corner, rolling along. Wisniewski has it back behind with 9:17 left in the third period. And a bouncing puck to knock away, and an icing coming up against the Bobcats. As they'll take it away from here. 9:13 currently in the third period. Bowling Green just having a really rough go at it. Not getting what they want quite yet. So there it goes. Into the corner. Joseph to knock that one away and moving a little bit more. Howard had it, and then it goes along. St. Francis still waiting for this. Long had it on his stick. Into the corner, though, past Wisniewski. You'll have it. And there it goes for Barnes again. Then Long. Right in front, still keeping it on his stick. Goes out in a run away. But either or. As St. Francis going to be moving the puck a little bit more. Out in the corner, though, and wide open is Mitchie, who has to take it and then goes a little bit. He's got support, though, from that number 16 of Isaiah Howard. And then this one still kept in. Right at the line, the shot going to be blocked, though, by Long as the original attempt was made by Mitchie. Long trying to get rush in. Has Maxey with him, and then the puck just going to get knocked away. Long going to be going to the bench. Looks like he got hit somewhere. This one going back and away again. Wisniewski having it on his stick. Going to wait for it. And then here it goes. Back to Paris again. He gets the pass right and out. And then goes for a little bit more. Wide in front, though. Maxey there, just Brody Maxey, with nobody on him. Winger going to dump that into the zone. He just keeps it there. Joseph, the one on the forecheck for Bowling Green as that goes out. Winger still having it. He's got some room to shoot. He'll take the shot as Bernath was there for a little bit of support. Winger going to have it. Waiting for somewhere to go. Into the corner he will, finding its way in course. Colby Joseph in front as the intended target. As St. Francis going to try to rush this one out. Then it'll go over to Joseph. He's going to be the one to clear that one away. 7:30 left in the third period. As there it goes, and then past Winger, and then another, and just so close to avoid the icing. Cole C. Johnson almost got that on his stick. Just barely missed it. Now, because of it, St. Francis will have an icing, and we'll go to the opposite end. Well, so there you'll go. Right back and behind again, waiting for it. Going it across. Bernath there with Winger. Winger losing his stick. Into the corner, though. The Knights going to take 3 on him. And now they'll get a rush going the opposite way. Case and France going to have it on the corner. Waiting for it. France in front. Almost barely. As that went right into the skate. Just Cole Johnson. Almost had it. Chatfield and Johnson going at it again. Erstazen taking it into the corner for Bowling Green. 6:55 left in the third period. Right in front, though, almost a bounce away for Winger to take advantage of. As this one's going to be battled low by the St. Francis bench and then going right back. As that goes to France in front, and then the shot almost trying to get past the glove of Archer, but no, the save to be made. Loomis out in front. Back to Winger again. He'll take it over to center. He's got Loomis for support, trying to get past Bell as that one going way and out. Erstazen going to try to keep that one in. And then going right back out. St. Francis now on a bit of a rush, going the other way. The pass going right out from Johnson. Into the corner, though, it goes for Chatfield as he'll have it and wait for a little bit more. Out to Long, just going to barely miss his stick. And we'll have an icing again for Bowling Green. As a rough go at it for the Bobcats. And so there you go. I mean, BG currently going to be in their own defensive territory and try to keep the line going, but going to be hard when you got Cole Pervasnik. He'll take the draw for St. Francis. As this one goes back and out, going to be kept in by Bushowski. And then just a little bit more right into the corner. That one going again in front, almost, and oh, quite. Looks like Pervasnik tried to use his backhand to get that one going. Saw it clearing an Archer, but going to see Kellen Archer make the save there. Just been one of the real factors so far, a senior for Bowling Green on the goaltending side of things. Then you look at St. Francis as well, their defense, just heavy in the upperclassmen. Been really difficult. Cash Wisniewski, the only one today who's found the back of the net for the Bobcats. As that one's dropped, one by Porvavsnik for St. Francis, going right back into the corner. That'll be dumped right in, though, just from the number 19 in Mitchie. And then here it goes again. Pass right out in front, just through the feet of Duncan. And then Colby Joseph going to try to find the gap. We're going along. Joseph, the shot going to be a little wide over to the right. But then that'll be cleared out by Porvavsnik, and the icing waved off. Must have been tipped by either Duncan or going in there. It looks like 2 that you saw a little bit more on the rush from Kozma. There's Duncan and Kozma down low, taking the puck away. That one going in, though. Joseph going to try to get it out. Porvavsnik gets in the way in front. Kozma with nobody. Duncan is fourth. Jackson Duncan makes it 7-1 for St. Francis. It makes it a tough one to go around, but we'll go again. 5:16 left so far in the third period. And so there you'll have it. Just a rough shot and a rough one to get the stop on. And you know that's the kind of style he's going to bring. As this one's going back and along past her and Stazen. Here it goes again. Just going to be a bit of a toe drag. The shot almost took advantage, as that'll be a little high, but Shepler almost found just another one right out of the gate. So here it goes. Battling for it again. St. Francis to drop a third to try to get that one and keep it into the zone, though. That'll be dumped in by Pryka. So right back behind her, Stazen has it. Clears it onto the opposite end. Right by City Barbecue. St. Francis will take it, as that'll go out to Broglie. He'll dump it in for the Knights. And then behind. Zwinger now has it. Going to choose to go a little bit more along, but now we're Stazen. Still having it. A little bit of a trip up. Winger going to get knocked just a bit as they're still battling for it. As Loomis going to get a bit of a shove as well. Winger, though, takes it in the corner. Going to get just a penalty coming up, and Winger goes down. And had him almost by a hook trying to get him there. Well, St. Francis will get a penalty there, and that's going to be on the number 15 senior defenseman of Colin Paris. As Winger, one that St. Francis so far today has been trying to take advantage of and just try to get in his way, but, you know, looking right back at it, just going to rewind it a bit. You take a look here and just Winger battling for it, goes in. The stick just catches Winger, loses his balance, and he'll go to the wall, but Wisniewski going to take the puck right back, loses it away, a little 4-on-4 as that goes over to France, as there it goes again. Bowling Green with the power play here again. We got a minute 45 to try to get it here, as Wisniewski will have it. 3:55 left on the game clock. As Cash Wisniewski will dump that puck in, back to St. Francis possession, and try to keep it in the zone. Will be Hayden Joseph. Out to Wisniewski again, then over to Winger. Winger drops that one right back. Wisniewski, the shot going over to the left side, as that'll go for another one, but Case and France going to dump that one out. Cash Wisniewski stops it right at the neutral zone. Wisniewski back to Winger, taking that puck away there, trying to get it going for St. Francis. That's going to be the number 9, and Cole Johnson. As Joseph has it back again over to Winger, trying to get somewhere to go, but this goes a little bit deeper into the corner. Case and France to find it as well. Out to center. Hayden Joseph going to have it, just waiting. Gets the pass across into the corner again. This will go. Going to be Bushowski, who takes it all the opposite end. No icing due to the penalty. There's less than a minute to go on it. 42 seconds and counting as BG has the puck. Going to be Hayden Joseph with it. We'll be waiting for a little bit more. This one's knocked right back and out and away again. Behind, though, to Cash Wisniewski. Going to try to start the breakout from the defense. Going across, though, and in. That'll be just a loose puck picked up by Shepler, and then just cleared the length again. Archer to come out of his crease, and Winger going to be the one to get there first. As Winger now has it with 2:30 left in the game, 14 seconds left in the period, or in the penalty, excuse me. As St. Francis going to get another clear. That's going to be Alexander Berkshire. He's got a goal so far today. As Nagel will let the crowd know. St. Francis back at full strength. Winger the shot, going to be just a rocket as that goes behind. St. Francis though going to clear one out. And that goes on to Archer, as that's just going to go a wild one into the corner. Past Berkshire and then picked up by Bowling Green. The pass through the legs, though, of Joseph. It'll be another icing with a minute 53 left in the third period. So a really rough go at it, but BG going to have it this one away. Carter Chatfield will be out there. Gavin Cramp, Carter Ustazen, Cohen Long, Ashton Loomis going to be the other ones away. Tristan Barnes out there for St. Francis as the puck will be picked up and then just stopped by Kellen Archer. But still some more to go around that St. Francis defensive line right now of Mitchie and Bell, just trying to keep this one into the zone. As much offensive pressure as possible. Isaiah Howard out there as well with Tristan Barnes, and then Berkshire to take the draw for St. Francis. Wild puck in front, knocked away. Still taking it deep into that corner. trying to get in front to Archer, show the pressure, goes right back. Chatfield has it, and then in front, a hand to go up and a goal for St. Francis. They're going to say it's no goal due to a slash. And so that will be called back. The referee explaining himself to Berkshire, who almost had his second today. We'll have a $1:31 left on the clock in the third period. They're going to say Berkshire is responsible for that on a slash. You see a slashing call once in a blue moon, but you'll just see it right there, and that will take it to the opposite length of the ice. Bachwinski in a bit of a pickle here for the goaltender with St. Francis, but the goal will be waved off and keep it at 7-1. Winger going right up against Shepler for the puck. Won by Shepler back, but Wisniewski will be the one to take it after a bit of a knock-up. So in front, Bernath tried to get the pass in front, but St. Francis will take advantage of it. And they'll still have it along here. Going along now will be Shepler. The stick of Shepler just going to be sent out to the center ice. Looks like we'll be even again, but 4-on-4 will be the result of it. And they're going to send Cash Wisniewski to the penalty box for another one. So we will finish regulation currently with a 4-on-4, because there's a minute 12 left on the game clock, a minute 41 left in the St. Francis penalty of Berkshire, and then Cash Wisniewski going to start clean at 2. One back for St. Francis as they'll take this one through. Broglie going to let that one through a bit, but he's still got it. Broglie gets that over to Bell. Bell going to dump that puck into Archer, because now we have 1 minute remaining in the period. And so here it goes. Hayden Joseph having the puck now, heavy, trying to get this one over. Finds it to Winger. Looking this one back a little bit more. Winger in front, going to dangle through a couple, but that'll be a save made. Really tried to clear the line. Winger, a big opportunity here, tried to take advantage of it. Just going to stand tall, though, in front of that net will be Quinn Choinski. Well, 43 seconds remain currently so far in the period. The puck will get dropped and then one right back. St. Francis will be the ones to have it. Shepler going to be taking the puck. Robert Shepler. He's got Hayden Joseph on him, but that'll go right back to Brody Bergman. Just gets the shot on Archer, and that'll be a save made. 27 seconds to go, as we'll start to wrap up here. And it'll be a rough day for the Bobcats. Well, and so we'll go back again. Puck will get dropped and then over to Joseph. He still has it, looking to wind it down, but looking for one more breakout as he'll try to travel this one along. But he's got pressure coming from Isaiah Howard. Carter Chatfield now has it after a bit of a mix-up at center. St. Francis regains their possession, then trying to get that one in. That's the number 12 of Joseph Kerr, the sophomore, but now Winger battling this one through. Bit of a catch-up from Howard. Winger in front. Bernath almost at the last second, but that will be all for today at the Slater Family Ice Arena. So St. Francis going to take this one in a 7-1 final score here today. Bowling Green, who started off the year 5-0, will fall to 6-7-1 as they will look ahead. Going to be the last game before Christmas. However, they will play on the 26th against New Albany, and then they're going to have 3 in a row with Dublin, Jerome, and Worthington Kilbourne on the 27th and the 28th. As for St. Francis, that's going to be a wrap for their 2025 season, as they'll head to 2026 on the 2nd with a game at Perrysburg. They'll be right back here at the Slater Family Ice Arena, and then go to Tam O'Shanter, to play Bowling Green. So anyways, that's going to be all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. The final score is 7-1 for the St. Francis Knights. I'm Dan Ridenour.